This is part 2 of what if Sasuke was banished from the Leaf Village. Enjoy. So, Sasuke and Rei will wake up under a tree next to the river. Rei gets a little flustered, but she controls herself and doesn't let it show. Sasuke tells her that last night was a close call. Those ensemble members really could have caught them, and who knows what they would have done. Rei tells Sasuke they shouldn't stay in one place for long, so they decide to leave there. But before, they actually were hungry, so around this time, they would go and catch some fish and eat them. After they would get up and get moving, and eventually reach the land of iron and make it to the village in the land of iron. Sasuke tells Rei that there should be samurai around this area. They walk around the village and ask around for samurai. The villagers would tell them that the base or headquarters of the samurai would be on top of each of the wolf-shaped mountains. Sasuke and Rei are too exhausted from their travels to go today, but they don't exactly have the money to rent anything out. Just then a man with a scar across his face would tell them if they need a place to stay, they can stay at his home. Sasuke and Rei are suspicious. It's not like they have any other choice though. If they don't accept his offer, they will freeze to death. The man takes them to his home and tells them that his name is Han. He is an ex-samurai. He explains to them while lighting his chimney that he noticed the crest on Sasuke's cloak. It's an Uchiha crest. That's why he took them in. He asks what are Leaf Shinobi doing in the land of iron. Sasuke tells them that they aren't Leaf Shinobi. They're basically rogue ninja. Rei would cut to the chase. They want a samurai to train them. Han asks why, for what reason. Sasuke tells him that he will only need to know this if he trains them. Han tells him that it's rude. They have to give him a reason to train them first. Sasuke would sigh and explain his whole story. How the Uchiha were massacred by his older brother and how the Leaf Village forced them to do it. And eventually he got banished because he knew the truth about the massacre. So now he wants to get stronger to know more of the truth and get revenge on the Leaf. Rei explains that she wants to help Sasuke and that she hated being in the Hyuga clan because she was a part of the side branch, so she got treated as a lesser. She explains that Sasuke is one of the few people that treat her as an equal. That's why she wants to help him. Han shakes his head and tells him he understands. He tells him that he was once on the path of hatred as well. One of their Leaf Shinobi came and killed his wife and son. Han says he later tracked them down and killed them under a waterfall. Han says he wasn't strong enough to let go of revenge, and he chose the path of hatred. Han says, why should he trust them? They're from the Leaf Village, the same village the guy who murdered his family was from. Sasuke says that they're not from the Leaf anymore, or at least right now. Rei would say that she wears the headband, the Leaf Village headband, just because it looks stylish and not to forget where she came from. Han smiles and tells them he will train them. Only on one condition. They have to come on bounty hunting missions with him and make money, and they have to do his house chores. Sasuke and Rei would agree, so they would start training with him. Han would train them up to about 6 months before he takes them on bounty hunting missions. And this time Sasuke would learn how to use a sword and how to channel his chakra into a sword. His like raw chakra, not elemental stuff. His raw chakra. He also fully develops his Sharingan and improves on his 5-star jutsus. Also his Genjutsu. While Rei will learn how to use Taijutsu better from Han, strengthening her Byakugan and learning water style from Han as well. This doesn't exactly complement Sasuke's fire style, but they'll make it work. So one day, Han would take the two on a bounty mission. They were after a ninja, 2 ninja actually. One's name is Haku and one's name is Habusa. Han would tell Sasuke and Rei he would take Sasuke and Rei to an old man whose name is Tazuna. Tazuna would explain that he has to make it back to the land of waves to build a bridge to restore the economic stability of the land of waves. Although a man named Gato doesn't want this to happen, so he is sending mercenaries after him. Their job is to protect him. Han tells Sasuke and Rei that he believes Zabuza and Haku will probably come after him, because according to his sources, they often work for Gato. So the group go on to leave the land of iron and into the land of waves. They pretty much run into no struggle making it there. They would reunite Tazuna with his family. Sasuke would question why he needed security in the first place. Han said that the ninja don't often appear when you expect it. So he has to be patient and wait for them to appear. That's also a part of his training. They will spend about 3 days at Tazuna's. During the time, they will discuss what their move would be when they run into Zabuza and Haku and how they will draw him out. Eventually, they would all walk to the bridge with Tazuna, trying to lure out Zabuza and Haku. And this works. Zabuza and Haku appear. Zabuza says he has come to kill the bridge builder. Han tells him that he has come to collect the bounty on Zabuza's head. They both smile, and then a flash meet at the center of the battlefield, which is the bridge, and they clash their swords. Sasuke immediately appears behind Haku and tries to sneak him with his sword. Haku would dodge and then get kicked by Rei. Sasuke would activate his Sharingan and Rei her Byakugan. They would both charge at Haku, overwhelming him with their different styles of taijutsu. Rei would eventually block some of Haku's chakra points, allowing Sasuke to strike him with his sword. But just before the blow lands, Sasuke fuels his sword with chakra, increasing its range, slashing Haku's chest, making a cut across his body. Although it wasn't deep enough to be fatal, Haku decides to stop playing around and uses his ice mirrors, throwing constant needles at them. Sasuke would deflect all of them with his sword, and Rei would help Sasuke to do this by telling him all the different directions of the needles that are coming. Basically, she used her Byakugan and she tells Sasuke which direction the needles are coming from, and if there are a lot or if there are plenty of them. So Sasuke wouldn't be able to miss one that would injure them. But even though this happens, Sasuke and Rei will still get cut up by the needles. Zabuza is now facing Han. They are clashing blow for blow. Eventually, Zabuza uses his mist technique, but this still doesn't slow down Han. He can sense Zabuza's presence. Eventually, Han gets a good idea. He basically memorizes Zabuza's attack pattern and times his sword with Zabuza's sword. Han infuses his sword with lightning chakra. Just before their two swords meet, this will make a big cut into Zabuza's executioner's blade. You know how B broke Sugetsu's sword and made like a little slash in the middle of it? Yeah, that's what's happening. So Zabuza looks at the large cut in his blade and decides to just attack again recklessly. Han will smile and then proceed to clash swords with him again, infusing his sword with the lightning chakra, breaking Zabuza's sword. His executioner's blade is broken. Zabuza scoffs and throws his sword down. He says he doesn't need it. He weaves hand signs and is preparing to use a water dragon jutsu. Han smiles. A huge water dragon is headed towards Han. Han infuses his sword with all of the elemental natures he has, being wind, fire, water, lightning, and earth. Basically, all the chakra natures. And slices the dragon in half as Zabuza sends at him. Zabuza's eyes widen as Han blitzes him, running his sword through his heart. This time, Haku couldn't save Zabuza. Han then instantly appears above Haku's ice mirrors, using his sword infused with all the elemental natures in it. Strikes his ice mirrors, making a huge explosion happen. This attack will badly injure Haku and immobilize him. It will also the raw power will just break his ice mirrors. Sasuke and Rei at this point were badly cut up and they're on their last legs. Haku will slowly crawl towards Zabuza and tell one of them to kill him. He wants to die beside his master, the only person who gave him a chance at life, Zabuza. Han tells Sasuke that he has to do it. Sasuke looks at Han in denial, but Han turns his back on Sasuke, looking disappointed. Rei tells Sasuke that he doesn't have to, holding his arm. Sasuke looks down. His face turns dark. He gets up and walks over to Haku. Haku would thank him. Sasuke shoves a kunai in Haku's heart, killing him. Han tells Sasuke that the lesson he learns today will stick with him for the rest of his life. This is what it means to be a shinobi. Ray tells Sasuke everything will be okay. This is the first time Sasuke ever killed someone. Sasuke looks at his hands, nauseous, and passes out. Alright, so this is the end of part 2. Part 3 will be coming soon, probably today. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.